good afternoon, good morning, good evening from anywhere you are across the world. My name is Foyin Olajidebelo. I'm an MVP in Business Applications, a Microsoft MVP, and today we'll be talking about the MB-910, which is the Dynamics Fundamentals module. We started this exam study series a while back, both talking about the Dynamics Fundamentals and also the Power Platform Fundamentals. So the Power Platform Fundamentals will be coming right after this. So if you're also interested in writing and you're preparing for the PL 100, ensure you stay on the stream and join the next session that's going to talk about that. But in this session today, our focus is on the Dynamics CRM fundamentals, which is the MB-910, right? So today we've had a couple of ones in the past weeks. We've looked at the sales app, we've looked at the customer service app. So today we're going to look at the marketing app. And it's going to be very interesting because you can see, we're going to see the different amazing things that you can do with the Dynamics 365 marketing application. All right, so if you have any questions, please you can drop them in the chat box, and our moderator for today, Ahmed, will attend to them or bring my attention to it. So let's get started. So we're going to learn about the Microsoft Dynamics 365 marketing app. And today we're going to look at two major things. The first thing we're going to look at is we're going to explore the Dynamics 365 marketing app itself, and then we're going to look at other capabilities that are available on this application. Now, after completing this lesson was starting with, you're going to look achieve four main things, right? Identify the key capabilities of Dynamics 365 marketing. We're going to describe what segments are and marketing messages in Dynamics 365. We're going to look at how to create a customer journey in the marketing app, and we're also going to look at lead generation and qualification, in Dynamics 365 marketing, and it's all very interesting. So just give us your time and we'll be done within an hour. So now we're saying, what is Dynamics 365 marketing? And it breaks into these key items. You'll be working with customers, we'll be looking at marketing execution, lead management, internet marketing, and marketing of content. So customers represent the individuals you will be targeting as part of your marketing efforts. When you want to market, we're targeting customers when we talk about marketing. So Dynamics 365 marketing provides multiple options for managing customers, including contacts, right? And what are contacts? Contacts represent individuals that the marketing Dynamics 365 marketing content and activities are targeted to. So when we say contacts in Dynamics marketing, that's what we mean. Those that we are targeting our content to. Then we have the segments. What are segments? Segments are groups related contacts together. You can target them in marketing journey. So segments are, you group contacts together based on certain things. Yeah, maybe their location, their preferences, and we'll look at that in a bit of various ways that you can create segments. And we also have cost subscription lists. Right, so our subscription list stores details of related contacts who have elected um to opt in for our marketing emails. So like some of us, we may have some newsletters that we get regularly from various organizations. So what happens at the back end system is that your email address is currently in the subscription list, and whenever the organization decides to push out a newsletter or marketing collateral, you receive that based on what you've signed up for. Then we look at the marketing execution. So this section is where you define and manage the key components that drive marketing efforts. It also includes items like marketing emails, it includes items like social posts, and also your customer journey. So when we talk about social posts, we're talking about your post maybe in Facebook, in Twitter, customer journey. We're also talking about how you graphically interact with how your customers interact with your content, which is like a diagram you can see on the list on the screen at the moment that describes a customer journey based on specific segments. And when we also talk about um marketing emails, talking about all of the emails and that we send out, like the campaigns to your subscription list or your segments. So that's how we would describe the marketing execution and who our customers are. So I'm going to describe how to get started with Dynamics 365 marketing. Right? We have spoken about two major items in the previous slide, the customers, the marketing execution, and now the third one I'm going to look at is the lead management. So lead management provides us the section where we can manage our leads and our scoring models. So what are leads? Leads represent an expression of interest by a contact based on their interaction with your marketing efforts. So once a lead has expressed a specific amount of interest, they are considered sales ready and are ready to be handled by the Dynamics 365 sales, right? And then how do you know? We have what we call scoring models. So this is used to calculate a lead score or level of interest based on scalability interactions. You know, and what do we mean by that? Such as opening an email, submitting a landing page, visiting your website, attending an event. So all of these, when we do them, the system automatically at the back end is creating a score. So that score, when it gets a particular number, the system tells the marketing guys that this person is a lead. That means that this person is interested in this product selling because he or she has visited your website 5 times, or this person has actually clicked on this link, this person has attended an online webinar, an online event, and then that individual who is a contact is automatically upgraded to a lead and passed on to the sales guys, and then the sales team can take it forward with selling. So we can see that there's a lot of intelligence that the Dynamics 365 app brings to the table that helps the marketing team to market in an intelligent way, right? And it helps organizations to do things in an intentional manner because they have seen all of this scoring. They can know, okay, this person is likely to buy this particular product based on the certain interactions and activities that he or she has carried out, on the marketing website. So that's what we call leads, and that is the what we say around the scoring. So you can see based on the image we have here, it has a behavioral score. So, once you've attended an event, it gives 5 points. Once you've created engaged with an email, it gives you X number of points. When you've gone to the website multiple times, the system increases your points based on the number of times that you visit the website. All right. So moving on, the next thing we're going to look at is internet marketing. So marketing customers over the internet is a great way to better understand who your target customer base is and what they are interested in. So the Dynamics 365 marketing includes several components that can be leveraged as part of an internet marketing strategy. So the first thing we have here is marketing pages. And what is this? There is a web page that includes a form where people can register for an offer. They can update their contact information and also manage their mailing list subscription. So, some of us, when we want to sign up for a newsletter, it takes us to a particular page and we can decide on the newsletters that we are interested in. And sometimes we can go, even when we click on unsubscribe, it takes us to that same web page. And you can say, okay, these are the things I'm not interested in anymore, but I'm still interested in this getting newsletter information on these particular items. So that place that we have been going to as, the contacts is what Dynamics 365 marketing is describing as the marketing pages. Okay. Then we also have the marketing forms. The forms that these are the forms that set define a set of input fields that can be used to collect information. Like you can see on the screen, you can see that there's a little form there on that page, and it's titled Products Line, you know, Newsletter. So, for example, you may want a lead to capture a form on the web page when somebody makes a request for more information. So you can have a web page that says, "Oh, do you want to learn more? Click here." The person clicks there, is taken to a form. I want to know, oh, give me your name, your last name, your first name, your official email address, your phone number, all those type of things. So it's the marketing forms that does that. Then we have the marketing websites. The website represents the marketing websites are where you are tracking interaction with the marketing pages. So when marketing pages are created, a marketing website is also defined. So the pages are seated on a website, just like when you go to a particular web page. The web page is not in isolation, it runs on top of the website. And we also have what we call the redirect URLs, and these are just links that redirect through your marketing 365, your Dynamics 365 marketing server, on their way to some other piece of content that somebody has clicked on, or what somebody is actually looking for. So you can redirect people based on their interest levels. So those are the various things that are involved in internet marketing. So the next thing we're going to look at is the marketing content. So when you talk about marketing content, we're talking about things such as images, videos, content blocks, and other things. These are used to create, sorry, excuse me. These are used to create the marketing collateral. So like when you want to form your marketing content, you have the ability to include images in it, different sections to make it interesting. So that's why when we see some of the newsletters that we receive, you can see sometimes it contains an image, sometimes it contains a video, sometimes it's text, sometimes it's hyperlink. So in marketing, in Dynamics 365 marketing, that's how you create them. So moving on, we're going to look at segments in Dynamics 365 marketing. So a typical marketing campaign is focused on your organization's product or services, right? So an organization has a new service that they would like to introduce to the market. They say, "Oh, I want to carry out a marketing campaign." Please excuse me. Sorry. So your organization says, "Oh, we have this new product that has been released, right? Jam product XYZ, and we need people to know about it." So they start a campaign. So these are all things that happen at the back end that we as users don't really know about. And what's the goal? The goal is to target customers that will benefit the most or have the greatest interest in what you are marketing, right? If you are selling something that is for a particular set of people. So let's assume that, oh, this is for school children, right? In primary school. You don't want to carry out your campaign and everyone that your campaign interacts with are people in the university. Then that's a failed campaign. So when you want to carry out a campaign, the focus is to get the right target audience for it. So for this reason, one of the first and most important decisions to make when you are designing your marketing pieces is choosing the correct audience, right? So once you understand who your audience is, you can tailor your messaging, your marketing approach to the best appeal to that group of people. Why is it important? If you're carrying out a marketing campaign and you are targeting the wrong audience, the whole marketing effort, the money spent, everything is going to be wasted because you're speaking to the wrong people who are never going to be interested in that product, right? So there are two common terms that you will hear referenced many times in Dynamics 365 marketing when it comes to targeting customers. The first you will see is marketing segments, right? Marketing segments. I want to talk about marketing segments. What do we mean? Marketing segments are established groups of related contacts that you will target your marketing initiatives to. Marketing segments are used to target customer journeys which we will discuss very soon after this. So both marketing segments and customer journeys are features that are only available in Dynamics 365. So one of the first things is marketing segments. And we have said that marketing segments are a group of related contacts that we can target a particular marketing initiative towards. Right. So that's marketing segments. Then the second thing that we'll look at is marketing lists. Now, marketing list targets your contacts, your leads, or your accounts. So, marketing lists are significantly more limited in function than marketing segments. Marketing list members can either dynamically or statistically assigned. So you can dynamically assign them based on certain attributes, and or you can add them to your marketing list manually. That's what we mean by in a static manner. And then the marketing list included in Dynamics 365 sales provide customers that do not have Dynamics 365 marketing with some basic marketing features. So one of these is through a quick campaign feature, which is also included in Dynamics 365 sales. And a quick campaign feature just lets you create a single activity, such as an email message to a marketing list. So this is okay if you want to send out a message to multiple people, but you don't have the full marketing campaign feature. So marketing lists are good, right? They give you the ability to reach out to a large set of people. However, you cannot it doesn't have the full feature that the Dynamics 365 marketing brings to the table. So that's the major thing difference between the marketing segments and the marketing lists, right? And the marketing segments, like we said, is only available to the Dynamics 365 marketing app, the full version. But you can have the marketing lists in other variations of Dynamics. So now, this is when you want to create your segments. It's about accessing customer data, like we have said, and there are some things that are important there. We talk about the behavioral data and the profile data. So in your segment, you are able to target people based on certain things. So like the first thing is the demographic. Where is this person located? So you can create a segment from your contact base based on the location of the individual. The other thing is what we call firmography, right? And firmography is more about the companies. So you can create a particular segment based on a primary contact in the company. So for example, you want to target companies that have budget of over $1 million, and then you can create a segment based on this. Then you can create segments based on behaviors. So you want all your customers that have clicked a particular link on your marketing page to automatically get into a group, then that is also possible. And you can also create segment based on selected contacts. So selected contacts are static contacts are selected contacts. So you manually add them to that marketing segment. And you can also have a combined audience. So these are contacts that are both in um New York segments, but not in the newsletter segment. So you can basically mix and match your um segments based on certain preferences that you have for your campaign. So that said, let's continue. And please, if you have any questions, remember that you can drop them in the chat box. So this is what a marketing email looks like. So this is an example of that on the picture on the right. So the email designer. We have an email designer in Dynamics 365 marketing that provides a visual interface that lets you can add and configure text, images, graphical elements in your email. Then you can style your messages, in, fonts, color size, um, fonts to use, font size, color, all of those things, the background, all of that can be done here. You can also add dynamic contents such as messages, with your contact's first name and last name in the body of the email. So all of these things that we see here at the bottom right of the screen are dynamic content. So you want this content to be unique based on the person that is getting that information. That's why sometimes when you get some of these marketing emails, you see your name there. Oh, hi, Foyi. That's because that particular phrase, Foyi, has is a dynamic content. So at the back end, it's a dynamic content and it automatically picks the first name of everyone that is in that contact list. So that's how that happens at the back of the screen. And then you can add links also to external pages. Maybe you have an event registration page, have a marketing page that I described before. You want them to go to that page from this email, they can just click here and they get there. So the marketing emails is a very core feature of Dynamics 365 marketing, So through these marketing emails, you can send large volumes of personalized emails to your contacts. It's personalized because you can have dynamic content, like we have explained. You can also drive your customer journey automation from the emails, and we'll see that in a bit. And you can present aggregated statistical results for individual customers. So you can see from the back end how your customers interacted with your email. Did they click the link? Didn't they click the link? Have they even opened your mail? Have they read your mail? All those kind of insights are what Dynamics 365 gives to you, makes available to you. Okay, so now looking at lead generation and qualification. Remember, we have said earlier on that your lead is somebody who is interested in a particular marketing initiative. So, how does Dynamics 365 help us, marketing help us with this? So it can also create a lead when a customer opts in from either your landing page or an event registration page. It will match the lead to a new or existing contact or accounts that you have in your Dynamics 365. And once their lead has been created, it helps the marketing to not Dynamics 365 marketing to nurture and prioritize those leads, right? So you can then run targeted multi-channel campaigns and personalize each customer's journey to generate more sales-ready leads. Mm. So by personalizing the person's experience, you can predict the customer's intent and get a holistic view of your customers and also orchestrate a personalized journey for them. So these are the various things that help Dynamics 365 marketing helps you to do, in terms of lead generation and qualification. So with Dynamics 365 marketing, you have the ability to generate leads from all of your marketing initiatives. So that makes the whole thing smarter. So you know the difference between your contacts and your leads, and then when they become leads and based on the lead score, you can then channel those leads to the sales team to further with. Then we also have the LinkedIn lead gen forms. So Dynamics 365 helps you to generate leads also by syncing from your LinkedIn gen forms, and this can also match them to new and existing contacts in the linked contacts. So this is one of the questions that usually comes out in the exam. The same thing with the marketing segments and marketing lists. They can give you various scenarios and they can say, oh, how would you what will you use for each of these activities? So you can see, or you want to run a single campaign. Would you use the marketing segment or the marketing list, or both of them, or either? So that's one of the reasons why I dwelled a bit on the marketing segment and marketing list. And they can also talk to you about the LinkedIn lead gen form. Can you need to get new leads? Which app or can you use to do this? So that's also important. So then it can also help us to create a lead from a tile in the customer journey. So as we create our customer journey, and we see that in a bit, the Dynamics 365 marketing would help you determine if the person is a lead or not, right? So the person clicked the link. If the person didn't even open the mail, the person didn't click the link, then definitely that person is not interested in what you're selling. So don't waste your time with that person on these particular products. So when we talk about Looking at the screen describes the lead qualification. So we can see from here how it goes with the person. And your lead, this particular lead is 97 days old. So it says, oh, the email has been delivered to um, this account. Email was sent on this day. The website was visited. The website was visited. The form was submitted. Website was visited again. Website was visited again. So you can see insights from the marketing campaign that you have done, and this will help the organization to make informed decisions. So now let's talk about customer journey. We've spoken a lot about it in the previous slides. So what is this customer journey that we are talking about? So with customer journey, what can we do? We can attract the right prospects. So when we create a campaign and target specific customer segments across multiple channels, including email marketing, web landing pages, events, telemarketing, SMS integration, LinkedIn integration, and all other custom channels. So Dynamics 365 helps you to target right prospects using all these various channels that you may have. What else can customer journey do for you? Customer journey can create customer reusable campaign assets very quickly. So automation features are available in customer journey, such as configurable templates, reusable content blocks, and design tools that help you to create a vast library of marketing content that can easily leverage across various customer journey tools, even like even various customer journeys. So even tools like Power Automate can also help you streamline content approval and easily integrate with third-party content management systems. So customer journey helps you to do all of this. You can just have your templates, and you can reuse them. You don't have to go through the same process every time. What else can customer journey do for us? It can help us personalize customer journeys. And when we say personalized journey, what do we mean? We mean that by leveraging buyer preferences and their past interactions, you can create a customized customer journey, as well as automatically sync and nurture LinkedIn leads with what we call the Dynamics 365 connector for LinkedIn Gen Forms app. So it's actually an app. So that's why sometimes you can even see sponsored content on LinkedIn coming to you. All of those things might have Dynamics 365 marketing at the back of it. And it helps them to target the right audience based on customer interaction. Then you can also run business level unit marketing. And this just means it's usable, reusable, shared campaign content that lets you define which audiences are targeted. So this is a simple example of a customer journey, what it may look like. It's starting off with a marketing email, and you have product A, product B, and product C pages, but it's going to A. The user is going to A, and when the user goes to A, the system sees that, oh, this person is interested in this particular product B. Sorry, not A, product B, and is not interested in the other two. So once that interest has been established, oh, you send the person to the marketing forms to say, please give us additional information. Oh, what's your email address? What's your name? Why are you interested in these products? Can we talk to you? And then all of the additional materials are automatically sent to that person, and the person is forwarded to a sales rep as a lead. And all of these things are automated. You don't need any human interaction behind it because you've already created that customer journey in Dynamics 365. And we'll look at that when we get to our demo session. So how do you prepare for this customer journey, right? So there are different styles that you can use in your customer journey. We have the audience. Who do you want to target in this particular customer journey that you have created? So you need to specify who your target is. You must specify them, and you can specify them by the following. the segments. So you have a segment already created, and we said the segment is a group of related contacts based on certain attributes, like we said, demography, firmography, behavior, customer behavior, and all that. So you need to say, okay, this customer journey I want to start now. Who am I targeting first? So when you know who you are targeting, then that's settled. Then you can then say, all right, so starting from here, I'm targeting this particular, so I can say I'm targeting all my customers that are in Lagos, right? Then you send them an email. Then you can say, oh, if the email is opened, then send another email about a newsletter invitation, you know. And if it's not opened, just send an email with our chair brochures and end it. So this is an example of a simple customer journey, and it can get as complex as you need it to get. But it's just based on certain criteria. If this happens, then you do this. If this doesn't happen, then you do this. Just like an if and else condition. So it's based on how complex you want to get, like what I've said. Many elements can be defined in this particular customer segment. We can also define around if a form is submitted, we can update certain records based on what has happened in that user interaction. And then we can branch it out, we can split it, we can have parallel branches, we can have a condition, so many things that we can do um, in this customer journey scenario. All right, so that said, we'll have a quick knowledge check now, and I'm sure you can all see the screen about the knowledge. If you know the answer, we're going to give you a gift if you get all three right. Now on the call live, and then we can get back to you. So, what is a customer journey? We have said this so many times. What are the segments in Dynamics 365 marketing? And which of the following are included in lead scoring? We spoke about scoring your leads. What are the things that are included in it? So not take too much of our time. I don't know if we have any answers. If we do, our moderator will let me know. These are very simple based on what we've taught. So the answer to the first question is, what is a customer journey? We're just talking about building and tracking of marketing efforts. That's what the customer journey is. And what are the segments in Dynamics 365 marketing? The segments in Dynamics 365 marketing are defined. What are segments? Segments in Dynamics 365 marketing are defined targeted group of related contacts. So we said based on location, based on firm, based on behavioral patterns, you can create a segment, and you can also create one manually by yourself, like static text segments. And which of the following are included in lead scoring? In lead scoring, what do we include there? In lead scoring, we want to know the interactions with the organization. So remember we said if a particular email link was clicked, the Dynamics 365 can give the person 5 points. If the website was visited multiple times, that person can get 5 points per visit. So all of these things are things that lead to the score, then the lead score, and then we can then know if this person is a tangible lead, which would then be sent to the sales team for further follow-up. So all of these things are what we have learned. So let's move on. Let's see a bit of what we are talking about when we talk about the segment and the customer journey. I'll just bring this up now, 1 second. All right, so let's use Microsoft's click-through demo to look at segments. There is a click-through demo that guides us on how to create segments in Dynamics 365 marketing. And how does it start? Begins with a user who is working with Dynamics 365 marketing app. And please excuse me, I'm looking sideways because that's where my screen is. All right, so this is the home screen of Dynamics 365 marketing. And you can click on it. From there, you come to segments. So segments, then all the segments that you have will be displayed under active segments. But we don't have any at the moment, so we can create a new one. So we say new dynamic segments. I hope we can see. Let me try to zoom in a bit. Okay. Then we say we want to create a basic profile segment. And there are other various ones you can create from here. So from here, in this basic profile segment, you get to the segment design window. And this is where you design your segment details. So the first thing you want to do is contacts. But since contact is selected, then you can press attributes to specify which contact column you want to see. So from the contacts table in Dynamics, we have various columns there, right? So it tracks all these columns that you can see. Address, the city, the region, the country, so many things about your contact are already being tracked from the contacts table. So but now we want to create a segment based on the city. So that is a demographic segment we're going to create. So I'm going to say based on the city, and what city is that? We'll say New York. And then we can have additional options can be added to the segment to target people based on additional queries or behavior, such as opening items. So you can say, okay, everybody based in New York City, like we said, you can combine. And if they've done X, Y, and Z in the past, if they've opened the form, if they read an email, so that you can also create from there. So for this demo, we're just going to create a segment for the New York contacts. So that's done. We click on save and we say go live on the command bar. So the next thing we want to do is we want to display segment members in the segment, and we go to the members tab and we can see. So because we have asked the segment to go live, what the segment has done is it has gone through our contacts table and filtered out everyone with the city of New York. And then those people are now displayed in the members tab of it. So that's how we create a segment. And the segment we just created is a demographic segment. Okay. So now let's look at customer journey. So for customer journey, we're starting off in Dynamics 365 marketing. And this begins with a user who is working from the marketing app. So from the home screen, like what we went to before, where we saw the segments, now we're going to go below into marketing execution and click on the customer journeys. So from the customer journeys, you see the active customer journeys that you have. Everything will be displayed here. So currently we have 2 campaigns displayed, but we want to create a new one. So you click on customer journey and we say we want to create a customer journey of announcements, but you can see there are various templates that can define the type of customer journey you want to create. So either announcements, customer onboarding, event marketing, simple email journey. I think we're going to click the simple email journey and continue from there. So when you have clicked on this, you see like a little flow. For those of us that are familiar with Power Automate, you see a little flow, just a user interface. Then you're now going to start building that journey. So the customer journey design window is where you will define specifics of your customer journey, and it can be as complex as you need it to be based on your requirements. So from here, the first thing we're going to do is what? Select our audience. Like we said, when you start a campaign, you have to understand who your audience is. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And then we are going to pick the audience from your segments. I'm going to pick the audience from your segments. So we'll click a segment now and we'll select one that we created, which is the New York one. So that's what we're going to select now. So we have New York now. as our audience. So from there, we now say we'll select the email that you want to send as a part of this journey. So we selected that we want to our journey to be based on an email. So what email is that? So from here you can select a marketing email that has been created previously for a product launch one. So we can select that. Then we'll now add a step in the customer journey by adding an if then. So we said in the customer journey, you can branch out in various ways. You can say if then, you can say splits, which means parallel runs. You can say wait for, wait until. There are various conditions you can put in there, but we want to use the if then for this. So we're going to say, I'm going to use the product launch one email included in the customer journey as the item that will trigger this condition. So that email we have sent to them is our trigger for this condition. Then we will say a link has been clicked. So we're saying on this email, if a particular link has been clicked, what would happen? If yes, this person is a lead. It means that this person is interested in this customer journey, and that ends our own. But you can go on in yours. You can say, oh, if no, just send the person another email to say, okay, we have other products available for you. If you're interested in them, you can sign up to our newsletter. And then you can also put another condition on that next email that you create. So you can get as complex as you want or as simple as you want it to be. And once you have done creating your customer journey, remember to click on the go live button. Thank you. All right, so we just finished our demo where we looked at the customer journeys. So in summary of this lesson, we have looked at marketing tags that are available in Dynamics 365. We have described the segments and how it can be used in Dynamics 365. I've spoken about email marketing messages. I've spoken about lead qualification and generation. I've also spoken about how to use customer journeys. So our second lesson and last lesson for today will be there are also some additional marketing capabilities and apps that are present in Dynamics 365, which we need to understand ahead of the exam. And what are these apps? The first one is event management, customer voice, number 2, and number 3 is customer insights. So when we talk about event management capabilities, these are capabilities that are available in Dynamics 365 marketing, right? And what can you do? It helps you to design your events. So right from the beginning, why do organizations run events? They run events to drive a marketing campaign. So you can start your events right from within Dynamics 365. You can create the events, you can create your agenda, your speakers and sponsors. You can even manage registrations from here with the app. And you can manage your agenda, you can post it, you can launch it. So basically, the Dynamics 365 marketing app helps you with your events from start to finish. All of the things that you need to do about your event, you can do that through Dynamics 365 application. Event management app or capabilities. Okay. So we have other applications that are available to us in Dynamics 365. And the ones that we're going to talk about is the customer voice and the customer insights. So when we talk about customer voice, what are we saying? The whole summary of customer voice is the feedback from your customers. You want to know, how are my customers doing? Are they happy with my products? What's their thoughts on it? So as the name customer voice implies, it's just getting enterprise feedback from your customers, right? And with the customer voice, you can do various things like what we can see listed on the screen. You can get your customers' feedback immediately across your various channels. We personalize surveys. So sometimes when you attend an event, you get a personalized survey to say, oh, please, iPhone, thank you for attending an event. Or if you fly, you say, iPhone, thank you for flying with our airline. Can you give us your feedback on your experience? So that's customer voice can help you to do that. It also helps you with ready to use templates, and this can include question sets. It can also include workflows, and you can also brand these templates based on your organization's branding. So workflows mean that, okay, if a customer replies in a particular way, what do you want to do about it? Right? It's not just about getting the feedback. You can also set certain things based on what the customer says to you. Then you can track your customer satisfaction metrics, things that are critical to your organization, like your net promoter score, overall satisfaction. So because all of this feedback is coming back to your Dynamics 365 marketing app, from there you can see and say, wow, my customers are not happy with me. My net promoter score is very low. What can I do about it? So customer voice also helps you to do that. And then you can set various triggers in your organization to automatically alert you if your customer satisfaction is decreasing. You can say, if my customer satisfaction is below 90% or 95%, I want to know. And then you can make informed decisions based on that metrics that you have. So all of this would help your organization, to preserve its customer base, because at every point in time, you can know when your customers are happy, automatically when they are not happy. And you can also see areas of improvements that can help you based on the feedback that you have gotten from your customers. So it's like a proactive measure, not waiting till you start losing your customers before you discover, oh, and start trying to fix what has already been broken. So ahead of time, you can be proactive using the customer voice in Dynamics 365 to make informed decisions, uncover your customer sentiments, and track trends before you lose your customers. So that's why this is a very key aspect of Dynamics 365 marketing. All right, so we look at okay, still on customer voice. This just shows you how you can define certain metrics in customer voice. So some of the best practices, what's your objective? That's when you're creating the survey. What's the objective of the survey? You need to remember to keep your surveys very short, like and I know we hate to fill long surveys. Any survey that takes less than 10, literally 10, 30 seconds to fill, it becomes a headache for us, right? So make sure that there's a logical flow of questions, right? And then, you need to organize the survey properly and preview it. And you can also mention some exceptions. So in your customer journey, the same customer journey we have spoken about, this just shows how you can include the customer voice survey as a part of that journey. All right, so looking at customer insights. What's customer insights? Dynamics 365 Customer Insights is an intuitive and flexible customer data platform. What does it do? It helps your organization to unlock insights. Basically, what it says, customer insights. You're getting insights from your customer. You want to build a deeper understanding of your customer and power those personalized customer experiences by unifying all of your customer data across the organization, various transactional data, behavioral data, observational data, into a single view that gives you 360-degree view of your customer. So you want to know, what products are my customer buying the most? Which of my channels is my customer using the most? Which of my websites is my customer visiting the most? All of those insights you can get by using customer insights. So it aggregates all of this information that you have about your customer across your various channels in the organization. And from the view, it gives you intelligent information. And it can also give you some predictions to say, okay, these are the things that you should be looking at next for this customer based on the customer history. So how does it work? right? The first thing is you get your data, you ingest the data, then you create your customer profile. So you need to map, match, and merge, right? So you match your the data that is coming in, you need to match it with what you have at the moment. Then when you have matched the fields properly, and then you can now merge the data source into your marketing data. And then you can define various activities on it. You can define relationships based on the data you have gotten. You can also enrich your customer data based on other various elements. You find the measures, and then you can create segments from it. So this is basically how the customer insights process works. And there's another dynamics course that is focused on customer insights. So if you really love this, because this is really exciting for me, the fact that you can get all of your customer data into one place and understand your customer fully, um, is an amazing feature of Dynamics. If you're interested, you can look up the MB-260 exam. That's the customer insights exam, and it give you more information about this process. It's more in depth about this and how it actually happens behind the scenes. Okay, so our knowledge check again. So these are three questions that we have. The first one is talking about which of the following applications is bundled with Dynamics 365 marketing that helps create online surveys and analyze the results. We should all know that's customer voice. The next one says you would like to create customer segments based on your customer interest and brand affiliations. Which applications uses information to help create customer segments and can import them into Dynamics 365 marketing? So that application is what is our LinkedIn, our LinkedIn sorry, one second. Yeah. So that can be our LinkedIn campaign manager. Then the last one says, which of the following Dynamics 365 marketing feature would you use to set up and manage an online trade show for your organization when your organization is an online trade show your organization is hosting aimed at generating new business? Of course, we know that we're going to use the event management feature of Dynamics 365 marketing, because it's going to help us to align our events and manage our events from start to finish. All right, that's it. So let's move on to our demo. So two demos for today: event management and customer insights. So let me bring my demo up. 1 second, please. All right, so let's start. This is our demonstration on events management. And this begins with an event manager who wants to manage an upcoming event in Dynamics 365 app. So what happens? From the same Dynamics 365 marketing app, if you come down to event management, you can see a tab called events. So you click on that, and this shows the list of active events that we have within the organization that you're permitted to see. So you can manage both web and live events. So once we select the event that you want to work with from here. So we have an existing event that we have created, Contoso Coffee Expo Spring 2022. And in the event screen, you can see everything related to your event, such as the agenda, details on the venue, the participants, and many more. So you can see so many things about the event are here. So in this section, you can see your schedule. So this shows us when the event is going to start and when it's going to end. And we even have a countdown here, a time zone that shows what time zone this start and end dates are on. This section shows events can be streamed through Microsoft Teams. So if you want to have like a Microsoft live events, you can do that, manage the stream from here. So you say, do you want to stream these events? Yes or no? So you can see that is available to us here. A closer section here shows us, if you have capacity limits. So if you are doing a physical event and the hall has a limit on the number of users that will be there. So you can set the events here, the capacity limit here. So moving on from general tab to the agenda tab, you can see select a section that you want to modify. So we can see that across the 2 days events in the agenda, we have all of the things broken down to say, okay, we're going to have a keynote section, then these various breakout sections, smaller groups, everything is here within the events management app in Dynamics. So then you can select a particular session that you want to update. So if I select this, I can see the details of this session, when it's happening, what location, what room is it going to happen in, and then we can see that it's related to this particular event. So this session is related to the Contoso Coffee Expo 2022 session, right? So then we can say edits. So if you want to edit that particular session of the event, it takes you into that window, and then you can come to various other things about it. So related sessions displays other event sessions like the one we're working on, and other sessions that might be running at the same time. So these are the various sessions that are related to it. Then we can now return back to the main events window. So we seeing general agenda, we can also look at the website and the form. So this will give us all the information, the registration link. We can turn on particular things. Do you want to create leads from this event registration? So many questions. And event managers, you can add custom registration fields to help capture attendee details such as meal preferences, special requests, and more. So the registration form has standard fields, but you as the event manager, you can add additional fields there so that based on your events and what you have available to you. Then we also have the room reservations where you can specify the rooms for each of the sessions. So you can see that it's really fantastic, the amount of details that can come into Dynamics to help you organize your events. So now you have seen some of the minor capabilities available. Let's now examine how an attendee would register for your event. So how does the attendee see this on the other side? So we've looked at the back end, but on the other side, how does the attendee see this? Attendee can come to the web page to register for your events. So click on the register now button. So what happens after that? You can get your primary details and then any other thing that you have added, like the meal preference. So the custom fields, so the t-shirts, what do you want to do? You want an exhibitor, an attendee, and your meal preference. These are the custom fields that we added from the Dynamics 365 app. And then the user can click on checkout to end. Then it says I have successfully registered for the event. So from back to the back end, which is Dynamics 365 marketing app, you can see your registration and attendance. And you can see that this person has just registered for the event. So that's how it comes back to you. All right, thank you for that's looking at the event marketing. And the last one we're going to look at for today is the customer insights. Okay, so it begins with the business analyst. I'm a business analyst and I want to create segments in my Dynamics 365 customer insights that will be used by the marketers in the Dynamics 365 marketing. How does that work? The audience insight capability in the 365 customer insight helps organizations to create unified customer profiles and to gain insights on their customers that can then be used in applications such as the marketing app. So when you come to customers, all of your customers will appear in this area, and then you can also search for them through various data sources that have been ingested into the system. So specific customers, when you search for them and you come into their profile, so many things about the customer you can see from this screen, right? Activities of the customer, the details, then you can see all of these metrics here based on the customer's interaction. So these are the data of the customer that has been provided. This is the activity timeline that determines what your customer has been doing. And these are based on all the activities that have been ingested from all of the various data sources. Then the metrics, important KPIs that you want to track will come up there. And here you also have the can get deeper understanding of what your customer cares on. All right, so moving on, you can come into segments, and you can see that all currently created customer segments will be displayed like we have seen previously. And then you can also have additional segments created based on your customer's profile, measures, or intelligence. So you can create a segment from here based on customers' profiles. Right, so you come here, you can select states, just like what we had done before. You can say Texas from it. So after providing a name in your segment, you select the save button. So you can see that it's already telling you that you have a total of from a total, your segment size is 609 customers. It's showing you here already, which is 11.99% of your customers. So 11.99% is the percentage of customers that you have in Texas region. And then you can now save that. So we have looked at segments previously, so we won't dwell too much on that. Go live, and then your segment is now live. So just based on what we have seen before around the customer journey, you can then also create a new customer journey and target that particular segment the same way we had done before. You select your Texas customers. From there, you can send an email to them based on our events that we just created. So we want them to get the email for the events, and then you can then add our if and then clauses to it. So if a link was clicked, we can define what we want to happen, create a lead, and go live. So we can see how everything is kind of interwoven together, from the customer segment, from customer insight to customer segment, to inviting them from an event that you had already created in your Dynamics 365 marketing app. So that said, this brings us to the end of our lesson for today. So in second lesson, we just looked at the various other marketing applications available to us. We looked at the events management, we looked at the customer insights, and also the customer voice. So we encourage you to continue to stay with us through the many parts of the modules that we'll cover in coming weeks, and also to write the exam for this course. And once you are done, we will be happy to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for this and for attending the session. Wow, thank you. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you. Franca had a question, how long the trial lasts. I think the trial lasts for 30 days, Ahmed. Can you? Either 30 or 90 days. One of the two. Okay. All right. So we'll see you if you want to join the Power Platform Fundamental session. It comes right after this. And if not, we'll see you next week, Sunday, for the The code for this particular exam is MB-910. That's MB-910. Yes, thank you very much. All right, so we'll see you next week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.